Hey, you went flying Billy Spur. Hey, you went driving around the world. Hey, you went brown like a squirrel. Hey, you went Chanel pearls. Hey, you went Rolls Royce car. Hey, you went Rolls Royce truck. Oh, you want war with all my hoes. Oh, you wanna line it all up. Hey, I wanna play it how it is. Hey, I been playing for some years. Hey, you tryna steal all the spill. Hey, I'm in the field, not a pill. Hey, you wanna spill, then let's spill. Hey, you know how real niggas is. Rolls Royce still Uncle Phil. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new episode of The Experience. This is season 4, episode 5, and my oh my, we have got some good topics for you guys today. Just wanted to note that this is going to be our last episode into the new year. We're taking a little break for the holidays, but we will be back mid-January with brand new episodes, but enjoy this one for now. Kicking things off with our primetime topic, we're talking about preferences versus prejudice when it comes to dating. For our game, we play There Are 10, but... And then for our last call, we talk about if it's possible to be friends with your ex. This is season 4, episode 5. This is The Experience. Yeah, my hair is like... It's in a good state. I think I might keep it this length.
Like, yeah, this is like, I think so.
So. All right. Welcome back, everybody. This is season 4, episode 5 of The Experience. I am Jay, the sports gay, and joined with me always is
D. Allen, the Don of all trades.
Welcome back, y'all. We've got a good one for you guys today. Just wanted to let you guys know, this is gonna be this is episode 5. We're gonna take a little break for the holidays for New Year's. I know in the past, we did it through that, but things happen. We're older and holidays are important. So, and I also mainly, it's kind of selfish. I'll be in New York. So it's kind of hard to bring all my shit. And then so we're going to do an Invincible, guys. We're going to take a little break and we'll come back in January with new episodes.
It'll be suspenseful. You guys will be actually be yearning for new episodes by the time we come back.
Exactly. But yeah, how you doing? How's your week? How's it going so far? Well, because it's Monday. How was your weekend, I should say?
I guess since the last time we talked. I can tell you since the last time we talked. It's been okay. I feel like it's been really, really busy because this is kind of the end of the semester. I feel like anybody that's in college, undergrad, graduate, that this time of the year is always that's the steepest. It can either be the steepest or the most rewarding, depending on how you spin it. Usually a lot of people spend this time, kind of putting the finishing touches on the semester, because, they did everything they were supposed to do. And now they're just having a little, cherry on top. And then you have, people who didn't do so well throughout the semester who are, spending this last week trying their absolute hardest to catch up. I'm not saying that
I was gonna say, I feel like you're alluding to something.
I'm not saying I'm one of those people because I am doing really well actually. But
yeah,
niggas be doing that. And I've been that person before. I feel like everybody has been that person, scrambling towards at least one semester, at least one class, at least something where you were scrambling for real, trying to get your grade back up or resuscitate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been on. What about you, man?
Since the last time that we've talked, people have had me utterly and completely fucked up. We're not going to go into specifics. Me and Darren have talked all about it this weekend. But
wow, okay, straight to it.
I just feel like, in general, something that I want to start doing for next year is investing in myself, learning how to do stuff myself so I don't have to ask other people to do it for me,
Yes, it's hard relying on people sometimes because you realize, it may not be as reliable.
Yeah. And we talked about that our first ever pod, I think, what's a reliable friend and
Yeah, we talked about flakiness.
We've talked about it's a reoccurring theme. So
I guess this is just didn't you say something? What was this? Mercury retrograde.
Mercury retrograde, yeah. So I think we looked it up, and I think one of the things is people missing deadlines and being late and misunderstandings with friends and stuff. Yeah, so we got till January 1st. That's another reason we're gonna take a break so the retrograde don't fuck with the podcast.
Yeah, maybe that's the real. That's the real other reason.
Exactly.
The retrograde can't fuck this up.
Cause look, I'll go to trying to upload something and then the shit'll crash. You never know. Not wishing. Let
Yeah,
me knock on wood. Not wishing that, but the retrograde
won't,
works in
won't happen.
mysterious fucking ways. So
Won't happen. Won't happen. I believe it.
yeah. But I just feel like what you said, like it's been super busy end of the year. I feel like for me, like I just need to get through this week because this is my last week at work until I'm out of office for the rest of the year. And so, I'm just trying to trudge on through, get
Are they
everything
throwing shit
done.
at you? Are they like giving you a shit ton of shit because you're about to leave?
Surprisingly, so now, like, guys, when I was a baby in the industry, I had no boundary setting. I had no work-life balance. Now I will straight tell motherfuckers, no, I'm not going to do that, or that can be done in the morning. So they can try, but I mean, it's going to create more work for them if they do that. So, you know.
Yeah, okay. You say I'm gonna make it tough on motherfuckers if they.
Yeah. No.
I feel it.
All right. What's our prime time today? What are we talking about?
Oh man, we're talking about I forgot.
No worries. We were talking about.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, damn, he just fucking set him up. I promise I didn't. We talked about this before.
We
just
did.
have
We did.
short-term
We
memory.
actually just did. I just
Yeah.
lost it. It's been an off day for me, guys.
But I'll remind you. So we're talking about preferences versus prejudices when it comes to dating. Like, what would we consider to be a preference? What you might consider to be a prejudice, and like all of that. I think it's a really important topic, just like for like younger people dating, because I find it specifically happens with race. Like it happens a lot with race. Like I'll notice like if I'm on Grinder or like if I'm on like any dating app, honestly, like the white people don't talk to me. They talk to each other, but they don't talk to me. And like it's like nobody like of the other races wants to talk to black people. And I personally think that that's very prejudiced because it's like people will be like, "Oh, I'm just not into black people," and I'm like, "So you've met every black person on this earth, and you're just not into any of them? Like that it just doesn't make it don't add up. It don't add up." But yeah, what are your thoughts?
Oh, that's actually funny because on the dating apps, like I put, especially Hinge, because they allow you to like tweak your preferences. I like made it so like white people don't like connect with me at all. Like I made it so only black women like I only match with black women, are only gonna see black women for real. So
Yeah.
so I definitely feel you on that. But that's that's kind of like that goes beyond like prejudice. I feel like that's like
racist.
that's like straight up racism at that point. Like if you're not interacting with a certain race or other races because you're only interacting with your own, that's definitely racist. But
Yeah.
in terms of like the preference and prejudice, I think there's a thin line between like preference and prejudice. I think a lot of people who have preferences, I feel like preferences are good. Everybody needs like a preference in order to like kind of weed out who they like and who they don't. Or, and in all aspects of any relationship, really, you have preferences for friends. Sometimes you
definitely have preferences for friends.
You have preferences for friends. Yeah. and like you said, that's been a theme that we've been talking about, flakiness and motherfuckers all over the place. But that's a legit preference. But I think those preferences are mostly, I guess, like personality or like ethics, moral, like kind of what's in your heart. I think like preferences when it becomes like more romantic, you definitely that's important, just like friendship. But I think it adds another layer because you are in a romantic relationship. I'll say like
you're gonna be fucking this person.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'll say like you're actually about to be involved intimately with this person. You will want a certain list of guidelines. I just think it gets kind of weird when people have like certain lists of guidelines that get kind of bloated.
Okay, so let's talk about it then, because I feel like you're hinting at something.
I mean, I'm saying, like it's certain preferences can be kind of prejudiced because I feel like it kind of marginalizes certain groups from a certain pool. And I get it, people have types and people have leagues, but I also think that people kind of put hyper importance on their league. Do you think that people like put like in my brain, I feel like people put hyper importance on like what league that they're in.
Oh, like you're out of my league, like
out of my league. That's what I mean. And I think some people might think that their league is leaps and bounds over, other leagues. But then in that case, you would think that you're better than other people. I
I
don't.
mean, but like, I feel like I don't know. This is so, guys. Jay's finna give his first controversial take. I feel like it's not that bad to feel. It's not that bad to feel like you're better than certain people because sometimes I'll be on Hinge and somebody will match with me and I'll be like, what in the fucking what in on God's green earth made you think that you would ever have a chance with me?
I'm
With
not gonna lie. I
me?
feel you. I do feel you on
Like
that.
what? I'm definitely like 10 times out of your league. Like I admire the confidence. Like that's cute, but like come on now. Let's be realistic. And like me, like I feel like I, am gonna do the same thing. Like I know that there's certain things that like, and I don't know. It's hard because it's like you don't want to limit yourself. Like it's weird because it's like I don't feel that way for myself. I feel like I can talk to anybody, but I don't feel like everybody can talk to me, and that's a Jayism. It just is.
I,
Yeah.
one would say that's just a great amount of confidence you have in yourself, and that's a good thing. You know, you need a lot of
I'm
confidence.
Jay. Oh, guys, I'm Jay motherfucking Gooden. Come
There we
on,
go. There
come
we
on.
go. He's like, I feel you on that Hinge shit because I be having some booger wolves matching with me, and I'd be like, yo, it's some of these, and everybody. Hey, I think there's beauty in everybody.
Yeah.
And there's some ugly in everybody too. There's a lot more.
Look, everybody gay in their own way. Okay.
We'll have a deeper conversation about that one day.
When we get back, we'll talk about
When
the
we come back,
spectrum, the sexuality spectrum. No.
We'll talk about something. But yeah, I just think that I definitely feel you on that. I just think when that list gets too bloated, like I said before, it can get in the way of, what could be your happiness. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like people's lists or people's, like I said, that when I was mentioning league, it can get to the point where like it blocks your true blessings.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't.
all right. So how about this? We each have a list. I have one. You have one. Let's
Yes.
go down. Let's go down the list and let's see.
Uh-huh.
Is this
Okay.
prejudice or is this just a preference? Let me pull my list up. I have mine written down. Shout out to Jalen Allen, Darren's cousin. He helped me get my list together. Yeah, I have it saved in notes as Dream Guy. And I have 15 things on my list and I ordered them in importance too. So like the first thing and then the last thing is like the least important.
Oh
But
wow! See, your list is more advanced than mine.
I'm
'Cause
extensive, yeah.
Yeah, I just got
We're dating a Mary over here, y'all. This death row in this bitch. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay. All right.
I feel like we know someone who is okay, I'll stop. I'll stop.
Go. Simple list.
Okay. Okay, so the first thing is two things, but like I feel like they're even and they're one and the same. It's honesty and loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I feel like if I can't trust you, then I can't date you. And I have to like, like me trusting you means that you will be loyal to me. So that's number one. What we thinking? I think that's a preference. I don't think that's a preference.
I think that's preference. I think that's a good preference to have because niggas be disloyal and niggas be dishonest.
You know how Chris Brown said these hoes ain't loyal? These niggas ain't loyal either. Okay?
Yeah, nobody loyal. Come on.
I'm loyal. Guys, whoever might happen to fall upon this podcast and like you meet the qualifications of this list, if you so happen to slide in the DM of, the experience, take a look. But all right, let's keep going.
Okay.
All right. Number 2, communicative. Someone that knows how to communicate.
Okay.
Also, this one I'm gonna put comprehension next to it too because it's like you can communicate, but if somebody's not understanding what the fuck you're saying, then it's like, what's the point? You're just like talking to a wall. It's like what's that? Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah.
You don't want that.
Communicative and comprehension. They gotta be able to understand what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah.
Preference.
I just have a little problem with that one. Just
why? Okay. Oh, okay.
Because I think you have been a big proponent of somebody I wish I had a nigga like Ferb, so he shut the fuck up. So how do you want somebody to shut the fuck up, but you also want somebody to be communicative?
Because I feel like when I say that, I just mean like.
You said that's your shit.
because I stand 10 toes on that. Shut the
Okay.
fuck up. No, but like I just feel like people be wanting to argue just to argue, want to be sassy, and it's just like if we like understand the whole context of the thing, why are we still talking about this? Just shut up. Or like people just will just bring up stupid shit just to like bring it up and just like like oh like you're like we're doing this today. Like no, we're not. Like shut up. Like we're
We're
doing what the
not.
fuck I said I'm gonna do. Like come on,
We're not.
we're not. And look, granted, look, I am not a perfect person. But this is me. You take it or you leave it. There's certain things I'm working on. But look, that's how I feel right now. Who knows
Yeah,
if that's how I feel in the,
that's real.
5 years from now. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yeah. That's
Preference.
okay. 3, loving. I promise it's 15. We're going to get through and we're going to shoot through. Loving, that's a preference.
Yeah.
All right. Handsome. That's a preference. They have to be. They can't be.
It can border prejudice. It
How could it
depends.
border prejudice? Let's see.
Okay, it depends on what your definition of handsome is. What is your definition of handsome? Or do you? I guess do you feel like you see handsomeness in a lot of men in different ways?
Yes.
And do you think though that handsome can translate to the handsome you're talking about on that list?
So they have to be at least my height, or I mean, someone could still be handsome and not my height.
Yeah.
I'll take that back. Yeah, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna like go for them though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll give it preference for now because it's subjective, but as long as it's not too subjective,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. They have to have similar values. That's a preference.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be good at sex. They can't be a virgin. Like I can't do the virgin.
Oh.
They can't do the virgin.
Okay. While I agree with you, that is a prejudice. That's prejudice. That's not a preference. I don't think that's a preference. Now we're getting
that prejudice
because now we're getting to. All right, now you're. I don't want to use a word like shaming, but it feels like we're kind of, unintentionally shaming that lifestyle choice or circumstantial choice because that's what we prefer.
Exactly a preference. I prefer
and
that.
that's what I know. That's what we prefer. Well, most prejudices be preferences, but it just be taken too far. And sometimes I feel like the whole virgin thing doesn't have to be, a nail in the coffin.
I feel like you are one to talk.
Okay, all right. So look. Okay, I know. I agree. That's what I said. While I agree with you, I still think that it's an issue with it. It's still not a good thing. I know I'm one to talk, but you just said it on the air.
Here's the thing. I feel like it's not prejudice because it's like just because you don't have experience doesn't mean that you can't get it and then come back. And like if that's what you're choosing, I don't disrespect you for that. I just prefer someone that, knows how to rock the boat. I don't have to teach them how to build it. They know how to rock it already. I don't know. I don't think that that's a
maybe it's different. I think for me, maybe it's a little worse for me. Is it a little worse for me because it's like
because you completely rule it out, like they don't have any chance.
Well, no, that's not true. I would say it's more so because I'm doing more of that. Like I say, if it's like they're a virgin, I'm the one that's doing the fucking most. So like if they're not like used to that, that's different because they may not have gotten that opportunity, or they may have been like reserved because of certain situations, or because they wanted to wait for the right time, whatever it is. Maybe with you because you are a bottom, you are getting fucked.
He just put my whole business up.
So I mean, I think you said this. You said this on the podcast before.
I have.
The previous fucking.
You don't have to remind people.
You can see that shit. So maybe like I feel like.
Also, wait, I have to say this. Stop being mean to bottoms. Stop it. We deserve trophies. You guys know, like this is to bottoms. I see you and I feel with you because we have to do a lot. We expose ourselves to a lot. We have to do a lot to get prepared. And it's like these tops they just call and they're like, oh, like just expect it like that. Not knowing that I had to starve myself for weeks, for 40 days and 40 nights to prepare for this moment. Stop being mean to us. Give us flowers. Be respectful. Come on now.
Whatever. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Good segue.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so maturity. Some of
Yeah.
these I'm just gonna go through.
Okay.
Preference. If you feel like it's not, then stop me. Okay, so
I got you.
maturity, preference gives me a sense of security. What I say by that is like if I was like my nigga will air this bitch out, like I could say that and feel confident in saying it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a preference.
Mm-hmm.
Intelligent, preference. Stable job, preference. Well kept. Oh wait, he's scrunching his eyes. He's scrunching. Stable
That's fair.
job.
Fair. That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. For stable job.
Okay. Well kept. You know, no
Okay.
dirty fingernails. You
Okay.
know,
No,
got a
that's fair. That's
haircut, brush
completely
the
fair.
teeth.
Yeah.
Okay. That goes with hygienic too. Like, I can't do this thing, and it's weird. Some people are into that, like odor and shit. And no judgment, but that will never be
Into that
what it is
odor.
over here. Let's see. Sense of humor. They got to be able to make me laugh.
Mhm.
They have to be like clean person. Like their apartment doesn't look like a fucking mess. They have to know how to cook, and they have to be ambitious.
Okay. Okay. When you say clean person,
Mm-hmm.
what's the threshold? What is too dirty for you?
Like if your sink is filled with dishes, the trash
Okay.
is overflowing, is shit all over the place, clothes not been picked up,
But usually that shit. Okay. So what if
if
it's
it
just
smells bad in
Okay.
there.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. That goes with hygiene too. But I think people can say it's too much if it's just clothes on the floor. If it's just you got loose paper or wherever, like you just got shit moved around in a way where it don't look good, and that could be too much. But it may not be necessarily dirty. You may not have like trash. You just got like shit that's not supposed to be where it's supposed to be. You
Mhm.
messy. I feel like there's a difference between messy and dirty.
Yeah.
Would you fuck with a messy nigga? Not messy personality wise. That's a whole nother thing.
I feel like I sound like Bob the Builder. I can fix that. So yeah.
Oh my
But
god. You could
I'd be
bitch
like,
that.
babe, let's put these right here.
He's
If
like,
it's on the ground tomorrow, I'm throwing it away because it's trash. I'm gonna think it's trash if it's on the ground. So pick it up, and I won't throw it away. I won't actually throw it away. Those who are like looking to date me, this became
okay.
like a Jay's like live hinge, but I won't actually throw it away. But I'll just like hide it from you to like make you see that you need to pick up after yourself. But yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Okay. All right, solid. And then cook. All right. Now, men, I'm talking to you. I feel like there's about a 50-50 percentage of, men who can really cook, and there's another 50% of men who can't.
And y'all
Now,
niggas need to get
I feel like the men who can't cook are also divided in separate groups. I feel like the men who can't cook are in a kind of niggas who really can't cook, and niggas who can cook some shit but not really. So out of the niggas who you say you want a nigga who can cook, can a nigga who can't cook but can grill, which is in that upper echelon of can't really cook or like use a stove like that, but can grill and maybe bake, but can't, make a meal, can't really make a meal with like actual nutrients.
I'll put it like this.
Breakfast too, because niggas is good at breakfast. I'm being one of those niggas.
Yeah, if you can't cook breakfast, what the fuck is wrong with you? Come on. Like what? Anyway.
Stop shaming. See that's what
No.
you get prejudiced. You get prejudiced. Stop. Don't do
Because
that.
you should be shamed. Why can't you fucking cook? You don't know how to scramble an
Not
egg?
everybody has learned how to cook, Jay. I'm in that groove. I don't
My
know
thing
how to
is
cook.
like we have so much at the
I know.
fingertips.
I know.
Google is your best friend. Get
I
it
know.
together.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not saying I'm not saying make a steak, but like fuck, come on now.
I feel
You should
it.
be able to scramble an egg. But I was gonna say, I think of it like this. If we have kids and I have to go on set or like I go on a trip or something like that and you're left with the kids, I want to be confident that my kids will not starve or be poisoned because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair. All right. Some of those are prejudice coded, but I think for the most part, your list is pretty preference wise. I see you stayed away from certain things that I know that was really on your hidden list. You know how like certain restaurants. Certain restaurants have certain like hidden
the
menus.
secret menu.
Yep, secret menus. That's his list. Got to hit some hidden shit, and I'm not gonna say it because he didn't say it. But
I'll say it. If you're short, you got to be tall enough to ride this ride. I'm gonna say it. I don't think that is a prejudice. I think that is a preference.
That's prejudice. And I've talked to you extensively about this, and I've talked to Lex, and Lex was on this podcast before too. And if she listens to this, she'll know exactly what we're talking about. That's prejudice, and that's exactly what it is. And I'm not saying that
not prejudice. It's just guys. I would prefer not to bend down and kiss my nigga. I would prefer for my nigga to pick me up and he kiss me. You know, there's a difference there. I just prefer one to the other. That don't mean fuck short niggas, but I just am not gonna fuck.
You're saying fuck short niggas. You're not saying fuck short niggas to everybody. You personally are saying fuck short niggas. That's what you're saying, and that's
not what I'm saying.
I can't even say it's okay. I usually would say it's okay, but it's not okay because it's a prejudice. It's a prejudice. It is. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, bro. You know
it's really not though.
And
there's
so
many people. Look, there's people who like short people, and I just am, not.
And what's considered short to you?
So I'm gonna say 5'7" and below is short.
It's short. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like 5'8", maybe 5'9" and up is okay.
Is there a too tall for you? Is there a like, oh my god, I can't do that?
Maybe like 6'5" and above. 6'5" and above is like way too tall.
So there's a 5'9", 6'4" range.
Yeah, 5'9" and 6'4". I can do that. I could do that.
Okay, that's just.
So then that makes it a preference. See, because if I was just like only 6, that would make it prejudice. I feel like.
Yeah, but it's still like short. I feel like who knows? What if the love of your life is a 5'6" nigga, a 5'9"?
But the thing is, he's not. So it's like it's not a what if because I know that he's not.
You don't know. You don't know that.
What did you say? 5 what?
Oh my god!
Wait, what did you say?
5'6", 5'5".
5'6"? Are you fucking serious? If I had water, I'd drink it and spit it out. No.
Oh my god, that's just so sad. And that's Absolutely. What I be having to tell women, especially my friends, my female friends. Stop. My gay male friends.
Stop. Bro.
Stop.
Go, girl.
No, stop. Especially the ones that are real short. Like the ones that y'all motherfuckers that be like damn fucking 5'2" and below or fucking 4'11". You should not be asking for no 6 foot nigga. Y'all should reserve that for the 5'6" to 5'10" shorties.
I don't know. I just feel like height equates to respect, and if you're not tall, then I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. A little jokey joke. It's a little jokey joke.
Niggas can joke on shorts. It's crazy.
Why do you feel so strongly about this? I would understand if you yourself were like 5'4". You're pretty average height.
I mean, I am average height, but it's still it's a thorn in my side. I like to stick up for the little guy. So when
quite literally,
so when motherfuckers like you say you're too short to ride this ride, not only is that disrespectful, that's prejudice. That's literally what it is. It is.
When you go to the roller, if you go to Cedar Point and you're not tall to get on that ride, if you're too big, is that prejudice? No, it's for your safety. You can't get on there. For your safety, you're not tall enough to ride this motherfucking ride.
That is a false equivalency, Jay. You know it is. You talking about it's not safe. You telling me a 5'4" nigga is not safe for a 5'4" nigga to ride your ride?
Because if I get mad, then I'm gonna get disrespectful, and I can't like.
You gonna try to punt that little nigga like a soccer ball? Right?
Look at what you just said. You said you're gonna try to punk that little nigga.
Yo, I mean, that's the way you thinking. I know that's the way you thinking. That's why I said it. I just said it out loud. I know that's what the fuck you thinking too. All right. See, you're crazy. That's prejudice. Look at that laugh. That's diabolical. That nigga knows what he's doing is an issue. But it's all right. Cool. If y'all want to have that prejudice, by all means, I can't stop you.
Prejudice,
but you might miss out on the love of your life because of that. And I hope
I doubt that. I really do. I doubt it.
I don't doubt it. I don't.
If he, you might, if he's short, I might miss out on him because I might. Well, no, that's mean. I'm not gonna say that.
Stop. We're gonna reel it back.
We're gonna
reel it back in because you about to get disrespectful, nigga.
And that's why you have to be tall enough to ride the ride. You have to.
Prejudice.
I will say though. If a 5'7" guy came and he had everything else on that list and he just came with the sauce, very attractive, very like good at sex, all of that. There's exceptions, and that's why I feel like it's not a prejudice because I'm not locked to it. If somebody comes with all the sauce, then yeah. Now there's obviously a too short. Like I'm not gonna do 411. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm sorry. You could have everything on that list plus more, but no,
But it
I
won't.
don't want to
Okay.
look like I'm fucking a. Never mind.
All
Nope.
right. See,
Nope.
too far. It's too
Nope.
far.
Let's
But
reel it
hey,
back.
at least you're not locked. Like you said, you're not locked into what you're into. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that. As long as you know that there's a lot of niggas that can be good for you. That may be short.
Anyway, what's your list?
I think a lot of the beginning of your list is very, very similar to mine. You definitely had, well, different words, but virtuous. That's definitely one that I would like.
What does virtuous mean? Let's talk about that.
Just someone who has like a high moral character, a high ethical character, someone who like kind of not overly virtuous. I have an issue with that, but like, enough where they have, they have compassion, empathy, they practice human level things that kind of put
What's
them
what's overly virtuous?
I guess just doing too much. It's kind of like doing a little extra. It's like it's not really being. It's kind of being condescendingly virtuous in a way. It's like when you're doing it a little too much because you're saying that I'm a little bit better than you.
But are they actually saying that, or is it just that's how their actions?
That's how they're being. That's how they're portraying them. So they're not saying it. Most people don't say it like, "Oh, I'm better."
So then
than you.
I mean, like, I feel like, sorry, kind of gonna play devil's advocate here. That's some work on the inside because if you know yourself, nobody is better than you. Shit, ain't nobody better than Jay Gooden. I don't give a fuck.
That sounds.
You might be actually better than me, but you're not better than me.
That sounds narcissistic, but it's okay.
Oh wow, no, I don't think so.
It's cool.
It's just confidence.
Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, a good sense of humor. I really need. This is really, really big for me. Like someone who can make me laugh because I feel like I make a lot of people laugh. But
it's pretty fucking funny. He is.
I am. But I do have it's a lot of girls in my life that made me laugh. Definitely salute to y'all. But that's something I really, really value. So I would like that as well. Someone who kind of like shows loving instincts. And what I mean by loving instincts, like, I guess like warm embrace. That's kind of the first like sentence or the first phrase I could think of. Warm embrace, like someone who could kind of show that that care or that head on the shoulder crying, I could do a lot with you. Like we can actually be intimate. You have an intimate aura about you. So it's like a loving instinct and intimate aura, kind of that same thing. I'm a real big on that. She got to be fine as fuck. No ugly bitches.
Okay.
Women.
Now we're approaching
women. Come
on now.
Come on.
Excuse me if you're having my height.
I'm kidding. Wow. I'm kidding. But no, they're definitely somebody who's like who I deem as attractive. I'll say as I deem as attractive. And it's a spectrum. Like anybody who knows me, if you had a list of my entire catalog of women I've ever dated, you ain't gonna see all baddies. Okay.
So, question: if she was 6'4", would you go for her?
If she was 6'4",
6'4", 6'5",
I wouldn't rule it out.
I feel like you're lying because
Go for it is different than rule it out. Go for it is different than rule it out. I probably wouldn't eagerly go for it, but I wouldn't rule out the possibility depending on all the like you said, if all the other shit she got and all the circumstances align, I can see it. For sure, I'm not going to rule it out, but I'm not about to just go run to it just like you wouldn't run to a 5'4" nigga. It's hard to do that with a 6'4" chick because, like, now I got to jump up like I'm a kid.
See?
I got to jump up. Like,
so if it's not a prejudice for you, it's not a prejudice for me. Come on.
Well, no, you saved yourself.
Opposite ends of the spectrum.
You saved yourself at the end when you said I'm not locked into it because I know you're lying. But
I'm not. I mean, look, I'm not lying up to 5'7". Up to 5'7".
Okay, I know you're telling the truth with that. That's something that you're actually legit on.
Yeah.
And a water park. Is that too much to ask?
A what?
A water park.
A water park?
Yeah,
Can you like what?
water
What
park.
do you?
You know what I'm talking about. Come on.
Oh my god. I don't
A
know female
super
anatomy.
soaker.
Soy homosexual.
Uh, soy heterosexual, and I love Kalahari. But
I
yeah,
feel like that's prejudice though, because like, what if like I feel like I don't know the woman anatomy that well, but I feel like that's all in you to like determine whether or not
oh
she
yeah,
should be at
yeah,
that
yeah.
bush with the fountain. So you can't really be too mad at her if you. That means you're not doing something
Yes
correct.
and no. Yes and no, because there's definitely like levels to it for sure. It's definitely levels to arousal, but there's also more of like a natural thing in there in women bodies, and certain women can just naturally produce more.
Mm.
It's just what it is. Sorry.
You're gonna count somebody out based off of their genetics? Wow.
I'm sorry. That's what everybody does, right? That's what everybody
Prejudice.
does. I'll give you that. That is prejudice, but sorry. I need it.
Prejudice.
I need it. I need it. I feel like there's something else in the male anatomy that's just very prejudiced that you would also embrace.
Fuck up.
Don't do
You
that.
think you're
Don't
so
do
fucking,
that.
you think you're so fucking funny,
We
right?
can get into that.
Hilarious.
We can get it.
Hilarious.
We can get into that.
Ugh. I'll give you guys a hint. I'm just gonna say one phrase or one word. Turtleneck. All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
All right. I guess we have a good mixed bag of preference and prejudice.
All right, so here's big ticket. Race. Can you prefer a race or are you prejudiced if that's the case?
I think
Because I feel like it's well, you go first.
I feel like it can. It's one of those that's like I feel like it's just naturally prejudiced when you get to that point. Like once I don't think like you can really prefer once you get to race. Like we said, yeah, that's racist if you like really trying to fuck with only one race. That is kind of racist, but it's really kind of prejudice when you're like really only wanting to value a certain set of or certain specific group of people, and you're kind of casting out the other groups of people. I can say that I have prejudice tendencies because I haven't fucked with white women really as much. I haven't fucked with many women of other race.
Have on Hinge,
Well, exactly. I can't if I have my preferences set up like that. And
which I don't think that should be set as a preference. I don't know.
I mean, shit, it just is what it is. I just haven't really dated outside of my race often. Maybe because that's just what it is. And I'm not saying I'm opposed to it, but I think it becomes like a prejudice when I'm really only looking for that. Like I'm only looking for that. I know for me, I see it as that. Well, what about you? What would you say?
I think that is also prejudice. I think just being on the receiving end of it, like I feel like I relate to the prejudice even more just because I know people that are not into black people, and it's like I said before, like you can't not be into an entire race because that would imply that you have met everybody in that race that is eligible for you. And I say that eligible for you because y'all niggas that's ugly as fuck be trying that shit for real though. But that's eligible for you. You've met everyone in that race and you just was like, doesn't do it. Nah, I don't prefer them. That's
not
unrealistic. That's not, you can't do that. So I think that it makes it prejudice.
Yeah, and then complexion, especially in the black community.
Oh yeah,
I don't like that because a lot
that's
of people
prejudice as well.
have a lot of prejudice about what skin color they want. I know people personally that only fuck with light skins. I have people who only fuck with dark skin. I have people that only fuck with brown.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I've heard this quote. I've used it jokingly because it's kind of wild. It's kind of funny, but I don't agree with this. I just use it just to fuck with Darren sometimes. But the phrase is, "What am I gonna do with a light skinned nigga? Eat his pussy?" And it just like it, it enforces that stereotype that like I guess light skinned men are like softer, And I also find trouble with that quote because it's implying that like a pussy is a weak thing. Pussies are strong. Pussies push human beings out of them. That's pretty strong. I don't think a man can do that, but
And
I
it's
digress.
continuing colorist, ideologies because it's assuming that light skin is linked with femininity, and that means dark skin is masculinity. Once you
Mhm.
say that about a light skinned man, it just kind of opposes each other when you're saying a feminine man. What do you think that says to a dark skinned
Yeah.
woman?
And then ultimately, everybody should have an equal balance of femininity and masculinity. So it's like, let's not reinforce, toxic. I've never heard. Is there such a thing as toxic femininity? I've never.
Femininity. I've heard meninists talk about that, like male. I can't describe it, but
Yeah.
feminist for men.
I don't think that's a thing.
I don't think it's a thing either, but it was a
Yeah.
funny little movement they did. So I think, when they say toxic femininity, I think it is a thing. I need to do some more research.
I don't know.
But it
Whenever I
probably
feel
is.
like whenever straight men are on their high horse about something,
It's usually not true.
no.
It's usually
This
not.
is a situation where with the verb, just shut the fuck up. Like
Yeah.
stop. Just
Okay.
stop.
Okay. Yep.
See you.
All right. See, and
See, it
then
works.
everything gets better, huh? Dickhead.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. All right, man. Let's move on.
All right.
Let's move on.
So
Let's get to it. Let's get to the game.
we were gonna play Slap and Trash, but I feel like it's fitting to bring back a game that we played when Sunday was on the podcast, and it
Uh-oh.
is there are 10, but and then
Okay.
and we have to like change the rating of them based off of
Mm-hmm.
with the circumstances. So we're gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna give one to Darren, and then he's gonna give one to me. All right. So you ready?
Mm-hmm.
There are 10, but they're 7 feet tall. What are they now?
They're a 10, but smoke Black and Miles.
No. You have to you have to answer the one that I just gave you.
They're a 10, but
You have
they're
to change the rating. Yeah.
um they're a 9.
No.
Maybe I'm
Damn.
forgetting the game. See, you switched the
So,
game on me, man. You switched the game on me. I'm forgetting the
so
rules. Run the rules.
yeah.
Rules by me.
So I'm gonna tell you what they are, what their rating is. Then based off of the description, but they're such da 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 da. Then you change the rating. So like if I said, like you said, they're a 9, but they smoke Black and Miles, I'm gonna change their rating to an 8 now because I feel like that's a lot of smoking, and I'm not okay with that. But it's not horrible. Does that make sense?
It's sort of, kind of. It's like a man. I don't know. It's a man game.
What part is confusing you?
I don't know. It's just like I feel like it'd be more funny if we just like went back and forth and says like they're a 10 and just like like crazy shit. That'd be 10 times funnier.
But then you have to change it. You have to change that. That's how it goes.
Okay. How about I start it and then you do it so I can get like what you mean?
Yeah,
by
let's
that.
do it that way. Yeah, let's do it that way.
All right. Now we'll start. They're a 10, but they smoke blacks.
They're at 8 now because I personally don't want somebody that's smoking a lot like that. Like I don't mind if they do, but I'm gonna say they're at 8 now. Okay,
All right.
now, all right.
Go.
They are. They're a 7, but they only wear clothes from Hollister.
That's like a 2. That's lame. You ain't got shit else going for you. I'm like, say, why the fuck are you wearing only Hollister? How old are you? First of all,
Yeah.
Why you only wear Hollister?
I'm screaming. I used to want a Hollister hoodie so bad.
Yeah,
I remember I got one for my birthday. I was so happy. Oh my god. I have no clue what that hoodie is now.
Back in the day. They're a 8, but they only ride their bike wherever they go.
You're gonna get a 6 for that because like I feel like people that do that are kind of annoying. Like they just are.
Uh-huh.
Like when I'm driving, they in the way. They don't want to be on the sidewalk where a bike goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 6 for me.
That's fair.
All right. They're a 7, but they're funny as fuck. Like every time you talk to them, like you're crying laughing.
That's like a 10. I love I love the funny as fuck. I need the
So,
haha he.
for my guys that are 5'7", humor goes a long way. Take notes. All right.
Humor goes a long way. Hey, trust me. Hey, people said the quickest way to a girl's heart is through her laugh box.
I think you got to bake
Maybe
it out a
maybe
little bit more, but
maybe it's a little bit different. They're a 9, but they cosplay and go to anime conventions all the time. Dog, see, come on, dude, just answer the question.
oh Lord, I'm gonna get him a 7. 7.
Damn,
Because
not anime fan.
it's giving the Hollister, like, come on. It's
How
like,
old are you?
oh my God.
Dude, you're
Oh,
so sick.
this will be the episode that gets us canceled. My
Yeah,
God.
bro.
Well,
We on the nut today. This is just a goofy ass episode. Hey, we leave y'all with a bang for 2023. We laughing, we fuck it up. This is just we're having a great time.
okay. They are a 9, but they're always late. They can't ever get on time. Like you'll tell them a time that's like 2 hours before, and they'll still manage to get there late.
I gotta put that like a 3 because that all the time late all the time. And I used to date a
3?
girl.
That's a huge decrease from 9 to 3.
Yeah, I used to date a girl that was late all the time, and that just was a turn off because it was just like why? And it's crazy because I'm usually late, but I'm not too late. I be showing up at a good amount of time, except
Yeah.
today. But
Oh, yeah.
except today. But
Yeah.
but usually yeah. And then I had this girl, and she was up late all the fucking time, so I'm putting her at a 3.
Let's do one more each. So
Okay.
you do this one, and then I'll do one more.
Okay. They're a 7, but afraid of heights.
Oh, that's actually kind of cute. I'm gonna give him an 8 because it's like, oh, baby, I'll hold you. Don't be afraid. I got you. Like, look,
No roller
though I am a
coasters.
bottom, there's certain moments where I like to be the protector in a relationship, and so like that would like I'd be like, oh, like let me hold you. Like I got you. There's nothing to be afraid of. Like we're up here together. It's an
Okay.
8.
Oh,
I'll give you an 8.
that's adorable. I like that.
Okay, they are a they are a 8, but they eat cottage cheese every day.
Fucking 0, bitch. What
Zero.
are you eating cottage cheese? Oh my god, that's disgusting. Nasty, bro. No, stop, bro. First of all, I'm lactose intolerant, by the way.
Oh, well, that makes a whole lot of a
But
difference.
not even that. You should just be eating cottage cheese every day. You fight for your life in the bathroom every day, bro. Oh my god, that shit got to be seeping through her pores at that point. Every time she sleep,
my
she smell
God.
like. Oh, that's a 0. Nope. Sorry, I can't. I just can't.
Well, there you have it. There
You have it.
All right, y'all. For our last call, what are we talking about for our last call? Oh, great topic.
Mhm.
Is it possible to be friends with your ex? This is pretty much an open and shut case for me. I'm gonna go ahead and say a resounding fuck no. I just feel like you got to move on. You got to move on. You know.
I think it depends on how y'all ended. I feel like if it was really bad, let's say if it was like embarrassing, it was cataclysmic, it's in somebody's eyes. It may not have been both parties, but to somebody it was a big fucking deal. Maybe you should refrain from friendship because usually that's like, it might bring up a sore spot. It might always lead to something else. And, that's something that you just kind of have to accept for that. Then I would get that. I would get that for sure. But I guess it really just depends.
Okay. I think, I don't know. It depends. I haven't been in a situation where I can be friends with my ex, mostly because I had my faults, but they were fucking assholes. I'm not the person to be like, look, I was perfect, because I wasn't. But I know that I didn't deserve what happened. And so I feel like I haven't had that where it's like an amicable breakup, I guess.
Okay.
And I also, part of me feels like if I am trying to like move on and take someone else serious, like I feel like that's like a lack of a boundary, like being friends with an ex, and that's not like giving the next person like a fair shot. I don't know.
That's true too. That's true too. I think if you like say if you broke up with somebody and then maybe years later y'all reconnected and became friends, that could be a little bit better because y'all gave each other time and then y'all came back together and now y'all have like more of a strictly platonic relationship. But maybe if you freshly came off a relationship, maybe it might get kind of tough to maintain any sort of friendship, especially if you want to move on from that person. I think it's very important to try to establish, about, like you said, a boundary, create that space if it's something, things aren't working out, and then allow, room to come back if it's something, or if it's nothing, let it be nothing, and then you can be nothing separately, or you could be friends together, or you could be something more, who knows. But that's just, I feel like it's a case by case basis.
And since we're on the topic, we got a few minutes. No, we're gonna save that for another pod. We're gonna save that.
He was about to get deep. He was like,
because it's gonna take a minute. We'll
Okay.
probably like hijack something for one of the topics next year.
Okay.
But guys, this is the end. This is episode 5.
Woo!
We're gonna come back. We're gonna take a little break, but we'll be back. We're actually gonna be back because I know this time last year we were like, "Oh, we're gonna be back,"
and then never came back.
Never came back. We're gonna come back. I promise you, we will come back. But yeah, this has been a cool ride. I've enjoyed. This has been one of my favorite seasons. I feel like me and Darren are like really comfortable at this shit now, and so it's like it kind of like happens like seamlessly. And like we're more comfortable, and I feel like we've grown. Like I feel like a lot of the things that we've talked about, I don't know if we would have, like, that's another thing. Like I feel like we should do a pod where like we listen to like some of the things we said in the past and be like, do we still feel that way or has it changed?
I said some wild shit back in the day.
You definitely did. You for sure definitely did.
I think I've grown a lot. Yeah, I think it would be a really good thing to see like the side by side growth.
I feel like we've influenced each other. I feel like I've gotten maybe wilder and you've gotten more like calm.
Yeah, and that's what's supposed to happen. It's called the experience.
The experience, y'all. Yeah. If you want to stay tuned for more things, TikTok is coming, but follow us on Instagram, @theexperience_pod, and then follow us on TikTok at @theexperience.podcast. You don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You want to be in my business, up in my catalogs. If you want to know what I'm doing, follow me at J_Gooden. Yeah, J_Gooden98 on Instagram. I don't know why I forgot my handle. And then on TikTok, J Gooden, just simply J Gooden. And then where can they find you, the Don of all trades?
Yes, only on like one or two things, really, just Instagram or Twitter. You can find me at NedSaturn. That's at NEDSATURN.
Yes. This is season 4, episode 5. It's late, y'all. It's late over here. It's real late for Darren. Yeah. It's late for me. But yeah, we'll see you guys next year. Happy New Year, happy holidays, all of that.
Merry Christmas, all that. Yes. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa.
Yes. All right.